Okay, let's return to Young's Reavers at Piltene, 2nd of March 2024. So that's the fork in the track to get to the land, and first of all we get onto private land, which is quite an area. This is probably about 3 or 4 hectares of land, and according to what information we've been able to get, where I'm driving now will be an official road leading down to an excursion or parking area down further, where you can see that dinghy and a little bit further on. So anyway, this is not the land that's for sale, and it's a little bit rough here. Just raise the height of the Range Rover to get over those bumps. Okay, we'll follow the riverbank, and of course this riverbank is under landing law. You've got this 10-metre rule, which that's silly because it destroys any security on land, but that's the way it is. Okay. So looking along the Venter, that's looking to the north, and this is on the first section of private land. Like I say, it's probably about 3 or 4 hectares, maybe a bit more, and we'll come up and get on to what would be the official road. So onto may become the official road to the parking area. So get further along, we shall see uncut, untidy grass, dead grass, which means that's land that's not being kept. So coming up to it now, you will see a line going across. You can just see the change of grass. So this is the southern border, and this is the track that runs across the land, which to be quite honest, if anybody was to put in a road like this, completely destroys this land, because it cuts the land off from the river, and really who's going to buy land if and pay for it, because all this the land that the road will be built on, the 10-metre back from the river that is public access, that's all part of the price of it. It's included in the price of the land that you buy. So you end up buying what is pretty well given to the public. And look at this road, it's too near the river anyway, but this is what the plan shows the road, which we'll see if we can talk to Novas to get it changed. So here we come up to the northern border of the land, and we can see that the condition of the grass changes again, and you can see a cut line. So now we'll follow this cut line, just basically to see if it's possible for the people who own this land to have access on the east edge, and instead of coming along the riverbank. And the land seems dry enough, but once we get to the top, there is quite a wet section, so it may not be quite as easy. But as you can see, the land changes again, it's less cut again. So a little bit confused about this, why that's not cut, why it's not looked after. And further in, you can see to that dark strip there, that's very wet. So now we'll pull round, follow this around to see what this other piece of private land is like as regards their access. And as we get further along, we towards the stream that borders that, we find that there's quite a wet area over to the right, and then there's a copse with a wet area just ahead of us there. So now we'll turn around and we'll go back to the cut line, border line, and we'll follow this back up to the river. But there's evidence of various tracks on this ground going various directions. So people have been here, but if this road is going to run along the riverbank, as the information we've been given, then to be quite honest, the land is worthless, because who's going to buy the land with 320 metres of riverbank if they can't enjoy the riverbank because there's a damn road built between you and the river? But anyway, looking at the land, it's pretty rough, but I think it's best to leave it till the summer, let it come alive again and turn green so you can see everything, and then basically run the cutter, tractor and mower across it, cut it back, and then it's a matter of rolling it to get it flat for flying and to use. But at the moment, of course, it's been left. I believe it's been up for sale for quite some time, and I'm not surprised if the plan is to have a road and a recreation area at one side of it, and then you've got this other piece of private land at the other end. Its only access is to go across that land. So it really makes it a bit difficult to develop and to have the privacy. So anyway, we're coming up towards the riverbank, and here is the marker. So let's get back onto the riverbank track and go back. It's a really nice piece of land, but it's just unfortunate it's stuck between two private bits of land, and access has to go across it. And the access has been made along the riverbank. So really, we need to move that to the inland side of the land, and to give access for that northern section. Or the other way, of course, is to find out if we can buy the northern section, then this track is not needed at all. It's just because it only leads to the other piece of private land, and if that private land is bought and added to this land, then there's no point for it. There's no point at all. Anyway, we're going across the area that I would think would be good for flying and everything, and you can see it's a bit bumpy and rough, but I think once the grass has come alive again, it's been cut, mown and rolled, I think that would be pretty good. But we can see that in the inland eastern edge of the land does have a wet, swampy part to it, so that is not so good. And we're looking along here, there's a swampy bit to the left, but then what we can do is we can push ground into it to dry it out and to raise it up to remove the swampy bit. And anyway, if we can get the road moved to that edge, that will be part of the problem cured anyway. So you can just see the glint of water every so often. There you go, there's water. That's a swampy section. I think that's at the extreme eastern edge. How much of that swampy bit is part of the land for sale It's and of course we're now onto the other person's land, because you can see the cut edge of the land. So I think only a small section of that swampy bit is applicable. Now we got these humps, and this, looking where that single tree is, the left-hand one, that's where the recreation come sort of parking area should start. So those humps on the riverbank, I think, will be removed. So that will be good. Because if they're removed, that means I can remove them on the land that I would have. So let's continue. This is the other private land. This is not. Of course, this is all access road coming. So what to do? Let's cut across. Let's have a look. It's a really nice area, but it's way out. There's nothing for miles around. So it'd be perfect for model flying. You're not going to interfere with anybody or cause any safety issues or whatever. We just register it with the municipal authority. But who's going to buy this land and develop it? Like I say, if there's going to be a road between the land and development and the river, it's ridiculous. It doesn't matter if one car or one tractor goes along it one time a week. It's just ridiculous. It makes it nonsense of the whole thing. So anyway, we're on our way out onto Upus Street, and that's about it. So thank you very much for watching, and let's hope I can come up with some answers and solution with the Ventspils novads. So good luck. See you again. Cheers.